the question is, what is the grossest, nastiest thing that has happened during intercourse? So nothing tops the Jolly Rancher story. Oh Lord. The fact that this is about like intercourse and then someone brings up a Jolly Rancher. Let's go ahead and get into this. So Steve and his girlfriend Samantha went off to college in August. She went to Florida State, he went to Penn State. So she decides to fly to PA to visit him. He was really happy to see her, so he decided to give her some oral action. So he had done this numerous times before and he always enjoyed it. But for some reason, this time she smelled really horrible and she tasted even worse. He didn't want to offend her, so he went ahead and put a Jolly Rancher in his mouth. He put the Jolly Rancher in his mouth to cover up the taste of her essence, but that didn't help much. So pause, hold the phone. I feel like it is really trifling, extremely trifling, because I feel like you know when you smell, you know when you have a certain body odor, you know when something is not right. So the fact that I'm going to talk about Mr. Steven here in a short moment, trying to put a Jolly Rancher in his mouth to cover up the essence, because that in itself is a whole lot of mess to take in. But let's talk about Samantha. Samantha, I feel as though she knows she's wrong. Like, I feel as though she knew, she had to have known that she smelled. And before did she surprise him? Yeah, she decided to fly to PA to visit him. So before she even flew to PA out there to see her boyfriend, she had to have known that she wasn't smelling too fragrant down there and she must have been smelling very ripe. She could have known that. So she should have gone to the doctor. Literally, there's so much that she could have done in this situation. I just feel like it's very trifling to know that there's something off. You know, your pH balance could be off, or it could be something serious, you know, and not get that checked out on. But instead, Samantha decided to go fly out to PA to go see her boyfriend and allow him to taste her essence. But in the course of eating her out, he accidentally pushed the candy inside of her. Whew. So he pushed the candy inside of her and stuck a finger to grab it out. He took it out and put it back into his mouth and bit it. Only it wasn't the Jolly Rancher. It was a nodule of gonorrhea. I was gonna say I'm really trying to put myself in this situation. There's a lot going on. So many things that I can't tackle all down at once. First off, Steve, if your girl wasn't smelling too fresh, there's no way in hell, baby, there's no way in hell I would have proceeded to go down on someone that's not smelling too fragrant down there. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. I would have like tried to cover up and be like, babe, hey, let's go take a shower. You know, let me go take a shower to make sure you're smelling nice. Let me help you clean up. But instead, you really decided just to continue the process of just going down. There's no way. There's no way I would have been able to do that. And then I'm really just trying to put myself, dude, I would have cried. A nodule of gonorrhea in my mouth. How do you recover from, babe, you don't recover from that. I would have simply passed away. That's what that would have been. Anyways, getting back into it. So it was a nodule of gonorrhea, as in a blister-like structure that gonorrhea makes, filled with diseased pus the size of a fucking Jolly Rancher, and the poor guy bit it. Ooh! Oh, I messed up my lipstick. It was really dark in the room. He freaked out and started vomiting all over the place when it exploded. So he demanded to know what was going on. Turns out she had cheated on him at the club like the first week of college and fucked with some random guy. The stupid girl had no clue what was wrong with her. She noticed a strange smell though. So if you noticed that there was a strange smell, why would you proceed? Like, this is what I mean. People be trifling. I can't even get my words out. This is what's wrong with people. Like, people really be out here trifling. Like, people be knowing that there is something not right with their body and not going to get that looked at. Knowing that they have a certain smell. Like, if you know your body, just the way like Steve knew something was off. Steve knows like her smell. And this is your own boyfriend knowing that your smell is off, like your balance is off, but you, the individual, the person that's spewing this STD can't tell that something is off, but you said, oh, I noticed that there was a smell though, but you still felt comfortable enough to allow your man to go down on you? The disrespect. That is so disrespectful. That is so disrespectful. Like, how do you sit up there? You know something is off with your body, but you still proceed to sit up there and mess with someone else. Like, mess with someone and allow them to continue to do this. I can't. So Steve is freaking out now that he has gonorrhea of the mouth. Oh, and God knows what else. Babe, that was a lot. This is the next story. So a few years ago, I had brought a girl back to my apartment after being out drinking all evening. We were too drunk to make the beast. What? We were too drunk to make the beast with two backs, so we passed out until morning. I guess this person is referring to making the beast as into doing the deed, as into doing the nasty. I've never heard of someone sitting there saying, I've never heard of someone calling, making sex with, like, not making sex, but having sex with someone as make the beast. I wish someone would say, do you want to make the beast with me? Because babe, immediately I'm going to be like, what? And then once you clarify what you're trying to do, I'm going to be like, no, I don't care how into you I'm in. Like, no, the moment you say you want to make the beast, I'm going to be like, absolutely not. So anyways, so when we awoke, we started kissing and canoodling. When we awoke, we started kissing and canoodling, and I decided to go down on her. This is one of my favorite things, and generally will do it as long as it takes me to make a girl orgasm. Anyway, I head down south and pull down her panties to see the hairiest bush I've ever seen in my life. Not only is it hairy, but the hair is very long and also messy. Kind of bedraggled. Yeah. Like a homeless guy beard or an abandoned bird's nest. Oh my God. Slightly less enthused, but still determined, I plunged in face first and started getting busy. The taste of this beaver. To make matters worse, I had numerous pubic hairs caught in my throat, which were tickling me and making me call. Babe, first off, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with having a little bit of pubic hair down there. There's nothing wrong with that. So I commend homeboy for taking, for just diving in. You make me wanna dive in. Backstroke, feet. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, yeah. I commend him 100% for just going right into it, because a little hair ain't never hurt nobody. Even though I know he's not saying this is a little hair, he's comparing her area to a homeless person's beard or an abandoned bird's nest. I still commend him for just going right on into it. I commend him for that. Getting back into it, I decided to pull back for a second to regain my composure. I thought if I pulled open her lady bits, I might be able to get a better angle of her clit. I opened up her, I opened it up, and then a terrible sight. There was multiple lumps of what looked like cottage cheese dotted around the lips. Okay. Each lump ranged from a few millimeters in width of half a centimeter in size. It looked like some sort of fungus was growing there. This is too much. This is a lot. This is a lot going on. Needless to say, I was revolted and started gagging. I knew that despite my love of the panoche, I could not go down on her again without puking my guts up. I mumbled some excuse about a headache and not feeling good and fled to the bathroom. Whereupon I spent 10 minutes washing my mouth out and brushing my teeth. Babe, you you need to go see a doctor. You have to go see a doctor for that one, baby. That might be a little bit more than a little bottle of Listerine and some some toothpaste might be able to get out. Even now, I shudder when I think back upon the cottage cheese girl. That's interesting. So he goes on to say that he still has her on Facebook, and I have photos of her from the morning it happened. I was trying to take some artistic sleepy girl in bed shots. No, I'm not posting them. Did he just meet this girl? I brought a new girl back to my apartment after being drinking. He never said. I'm going to safely assume he just met the girl because he said he brought her back home. I don't know. That's kind of weird to me. If he did like just bring that girl back home and he's over here like trying to take some like aesthetic pictures of her while she's sleeping, that's kind of weird. But okay. Getting into the next story, this person goes on to say, my story probably does not compare to any of these here, but here it goes. I have recently found a new girlfriend, a cute blonde girl with lots of curves in all the right places. We have been together for a little while. This was back when I was a junior in college. She was a freshman. When we went to this huge party, we both ended up getting totally trashed and wound up at my place. Needless to say, I was way too drunk to get any business. I'm dead. This person said to get any business, the way they spelled it. Anyways, to get any action done that night. The next morning, we woke up and I started to get it on. For some reason, I'm always really randy after a night of heavy drinking. Anyway, midway through the sex, we were doing it doggy style with her on all four on the edge, and I'm standing behind her. You know, I'm getting it on, and like a jackrabbit, when all of a sudden I get that sour food, extra saliva feeling in my mouth. I knew it was coming, but it was too late as the puke. Fix it, Lord. As I puked on her. I ended up projectiling vomit in about 3/4 circle. I managed to go from her right side across the wall behind me, on the bookcase, all over the waste bin, and I overspun and went back and past the waste bin and got it on the floor on the bed in her left side. Luckily, only some puke got on her back. She's a great girl though. That was 3 years ago and we are still together. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy that you guys were able to share a moment like that. And you were still able to get the girl. I'm really happy for you. That was a lot.